And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly, truly fantastic day today. Welcome back, my people. So there's been a lot going on this week with the duck, the deer, the leader of the 4 and 6 kingdom. He opted into his $50 million contract for the Lakers, but apparently he's still seeking to compete for his 5th championships. Even though ring culture is weird, people. But this is LeBron James, the walking contradiction. So this article is coming from Sports Illustrated, which we know to be a publication that will cap for LeBron. But anyway, it says, Rich Paul addressed speculation LeBron James could request trade from Lakers. Says there has been plenty of speculation surrounding the future of LeBron James with the Los Angeles Lakers after the 40-year-old picked up his $52.6 million player option for the 2025-26 season. With James approaching the end of his career, it's clear that his ultimate goal is winning. I would say it is clear that his ultimate goal is squeezing every penny from the Lakers as possible. Because if his ultimate goal was winning, he would be willing to take less money, period. Says there's doubt as to whether the Lakers are ready to contend right now, leading to some discussion as to whether James could try to angle for a trade. According to ESPN's Dave McMenamin, James' agent Rich Paul of Clutch Sports told him that he hasn't held any substantive negotiations with teams about a potential James trade, but there have been some teams that have inquired about his availability. Quote, Rich Paul told me that he has not had any discussion with the Lakers about wanting a trade. He did say that 4 teams have contacted him in the last 24 hours wanting to talk trade, but Rich didn't have any substantive conversations with those teams either, said McMenamin. LeBron is focused on playing on a championship caliber roster. In other words, LeBron is interested in forming a super team if possible. If at all possible, LeBron James would love to play on another super team. Says we'll see in a week from now when Rob Pelinka is finished doing his work with this roster. If it looks like a winning, realistic situation, McMenamin added. If the Lakers can't make some moves to put themselves in position to compete for a title this season, it could mark the end of James' time with the franchise. And wouldn't real Laker fans everywhere be overjoyed, people? However, as it stands, it seems there's been nothing communicated to indicate that James is heading toward the exit door ahead of year 23. So, I heard some people talking about LeBron James wanting potentially to get to Dallas to play again with Anthony Davis and to play with Kyrie Irving. And I've said this so many times on this channel. LeBron James wants his cake and eat it too. He's getting towards the end of his career. If he was really serious about championships, according to everyone, the guy's a billionaire. So if he's really serious about championships, you would think that he would be willing to take a pay cut to make that happen. But no, LeBron James, he wants it all, just like he's wanted it all his whole career. He wants to be able to get paid the maximum amount, not really leave any salary to get any key players in. But he wants the Lakers to magically make that happen some kind of way. And I would imagine he would like the Lakers to do that by cheating the system some kind of way, because that's what he would do. But yeah, this is LeBron James' whole career of wanting his cake and eat it too. And I can already hear the LeBron James fanboys already. LeBron has done so much for the NBA, he deserves to have his cake and eat it too. No, fanboys, greatness requires sacrifice. Greatness requires sacrifice, and that is something LeBron James has not been willing to do his whole career, is sacrifice for greatness. LeBron James wants greatness without any sacrifice. Now, if LeBron James, at this point, people, I must be completely honest, I hope LeBron James finds a way to get on a super team this season. I hope it happens, because at this point, what do we know about the Duck, the Deer, the leader of the 4 and 6 Kingdom? What we do know is LeBron James knows exactly what a lot of fans think about him. He knows this because he addresses it every week on the Mind Games podcast, on the Game to Mind podcast. He addresses these things every week. You know, whatever fans put out there about him not having a bag, he's going to find an explanation. You know, he explains away the Miami Big Three. He calls the Celtics a Big Four. Everything that fans have put out there about why LeBron James isn't great, like the media tries to say he is, LeBron James here. So LeBron James also knows that a lot of people don't think highly of his championships because they have all come with super teams. So at this point, if LeBron James finds his way to another super team and he happens to win, in the eyes of the fans who see right through the BS, in the eyes of the fans who deem LeBron James simply a cheater and a shortcut taker, LeBron James could get 3 more championships and it wouldn't move the needle not one bit. So yeah, LeBron James might as well try to get on a super team. I mean, I encourage it, you know. For me, that'd just be one more strike against him. For me, that'd be one more super team that I add to the list of why he is not the GOAT, of why he is not, it shouldn't even be talked about amongst the greatest players to ever play the game. LeBron James should not be ranked amongst the greatest players to ever play the game, period. He hasn't been willing to sacrifice to get it done. He hasn't been willing to sacrifice the unknown, because here's the deal. LeBron James came to Cleveland, much like Michael Jordan came to Chicago, came to a losing franchise that LeBron James had the opportunity to turn it into a dynasty. He had the opportunity to do what Michael Jordan did. But what Michael Jordan did takes sacrifice. And it takes facing the unknown, because nothing in life is guaranteed. But the only thing you can control is how much effort you put into it. So Michael Jordan stayed in Chicago, took the beatings from the Celtics and Pistons and all these teams, and got better himself year after year. And he faced the unknown. He faced the fact that, hey, the only thing I can do is make myself better, you know, is hold my teammates accountable, but nothing is guaranteed. But with great risk comes great reward. He took that risk and it paid off in a way that few people will ever see that kind of success that the Chicago dynasty had. Few people will ever get to that kind of success. But LeBron James, he wasn't willing to face the unknown. LeBron James, he needed the surest thing possible that didn't involve him having to put in a whole lot of work. He needed the surest thing possible that, he didn't want to take that risk of putting in the work and still possibly failing. That's a fact of life that everyone has to deal with. The fact of the matter is it is possible to put in a tremendous amount of work and come up short from where you want. But what most likely will happen is you will get further than you ever thought you could if you actually put in the works. But again, it involves taking that risk. It involves putting the focus on yourself and saying, hey, I'm going to get better each and every day and let the chips fall where they may. LeBron James wanted to control where the chips fall. So, like I said, whatever's going on with the Lakers, I hope for Laker fans everywhere that you guys can somehow get rid of LeBron James this year. I know this will be a relief for all of you guys. And I hope that LeBron James finds his way on another super team. Because again, at this point, like I said, he's aware of what people think of his championship. So if you want to add another worthless championship in the eyes of real basketball fans, if you want to do that, please go ahead and do it. I encourage it, and I will be waiting anxiously and excitedly next season to to watch what will probably be a failure, because again, super teams don't even guarantee LeBron James winning. That's how you know how overhyped LeBron James has been. It's super teams don't even guarantee LeBron James winning. But anyway, we gonna hold up here, people. I'm sure there's much more to come. Basketball season's over, but we know the duck, the deer, the leader of the 4 and 6 kingdom, he won't be able to keep his mouth shut. And I just saw new episode of Mind Games podcast, Cheat the Game podcast, It's Just a Game podcast. I just saw a new episode that featured LeBron James Jr., Kevin Durant on there. So, I'm sure there'll be some videos coming from that. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think about this new narrative that supposedly LeBron James is trying to play for championships in these last years of his career, whether it's 1 more year or 2 more years? Supposedly LeBron James wants to compete, but then he opts into the maximum contract. Supposedly LeBron James wants to compete for championships when he just got done saying ring culture was weird, people. He doesn't understand why people are judged by championships, but he's gonna continue to try to form super teams to get them. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.